ready to get going. LA Barstow to Vegas 2021. Alright, it's not freezing. There's no snow on the ground, so it's gonna be a good day, hopefully. Tough getting up at 0 dark 30, but we leave the Los Angeles area and head north and east up to the Palmdale, Lancaster area for the start of LA Barstow to Vegas. So little by little as we get closer, the sun starts coming up, but I know that we're a little late to the party usually because we're sweep riders, and I know there's already motorcycles out on the road right now and we haven't even shown up. But we like to get as much sleep as possible before starting this event. Alright, we finally made it to the start point. We've unloaded the bikes. There's Mr. Sun coming up, all the trucks and trailers and dirt bikes, and so a lot of mingling out front in front of the hotel. So we're gonna head inside and make sure we're officially registered and check in with the sweep crew so that we can start the process of getting all of our gear ready to go, and lots of people hanging outside. So basically after you show up, you head in the hotel, find the room with the registration. You're gonna get in line, get registered, get your t-shirt. Every year you got to donate a toy for Toys for Tots or money. There's also a separate room for all the GPS coordinates to get loaded into your Garmin. There's Mr. Paul Flanders behind registration.
Roll in, roll in, roll in. Keep them roll carts rolling. We got a little more to go.
We're gonna go start sweeping the route for any wreckage. Alright, so we've finally made it to the dirt section. Of course it's a dual sport, so you need a plated bike because parts of the ride are on paved road. And some of the beginning part is just wide open dirt roads. Just out in the middle of nowhere in the desert. So we're usually, just cruising along. We usually get passed by a lot of the late stragglers who are worried that they left too late. And our job is to just check on people in case anybody's crashed or needs a repair or a pickup, or they ran out of gas, or if anybody's injured. So we just keep cruising along and coming up to a stop where we're going to check the roll chart, maybe reset our odometer, and I'm going to pretend I know how to use my camera, and I can never hear the noise that the camera makes, so I'm going to I use my mirror a lot to try to see if it's on or off.
Being fine. I think my air filter is just plugged up.
Hello!
Hello.
Hi! How's the ride been so far? I'm assuming you're in there.
Yeah, I am.
It was fine
until
it didn't want to run right.
We have a sidecar. And for my two kids,
But we haven't done any crazy off-road stuff.
Yeah.
It's
That first hill was fun.
That was fun. Yeah, it was.
I just had to wait for everyone to get out of my way. People stopped on it. You can't really go around them.
yeah. Make sure I don't get run over by somebody.
What I like about this section of video is I just turned, so where the sun is casting a shadow. So if you watch my shadow on the ground, you can see my handlebars, because you never know when the sand is going to change, and all of a sudden it gets a little squirrely, and then you have to make that decision, should I stand up or not? So here it comes right here. And even though that wasn't that big of a deal, it's interesting to see it on camera. And now we're coming up onto a intersection at some paved road. You can see the big trucks going by. And we're gonna see some trucks and people with bright yellow shirts on. And, shout out to all the volunteers. It takes a lot of people, a lot of help and hours to put this 2-day event on. So thanks so much to all the volunteers who make this event happen. Each year the ride's a little bit different, so the first day especially is quite varied, so you can do the ride many times in a row and not go in the same places. So I actually had never been to this crash site memorial. This was the first time we had gone by this one. In case you're wondering if it's just GPS in the roll chart, there's actually ribbons tied to trees out there. So you have a third way to make sure. So look right there on that branch, there was a blue and pink ribbon. right, we're slowly approaching signs of life. I see some things off in the distance. We're getting close to lunch stop for day one. Again, day one is usually very different every year. So this year we are stopping at Kramer Junction. So we'll be gassing up, getting some food real quick, and then hitting the road again. So we've come up on our first medical situation of the day, so I've stopped to check these guys out and see if they need any help.
I think he's pretty dehydrated. We
Frank?
gave him water.
Hey Frank, can you hear me?
I don't think he heard you.
I'm checking on this guy who's not feeling good. He's dehydrated. Let me just move over.
Yeah, you do your thing.
Have you been eating and drinking?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
been eating and drinking. And,
So we start talking to the rider and find out that he did a lot of driving the day before, very fatigued, and had a ton of caffeine, so he's still feeling some of the effects from too much coffee. And we're going to just hang out with him for a little while and make sure he's okay. A lot of riders show up to this event not realizing how physically demanding it's going to be. It's 2 days, it's up early. Sometimes they're up late the next day, you know, doing repairs or, you know, just excited from the events of the day. And also they don't realize how many miles it is. It's a lot of sand, a lot of rocky areas with gravel, so very fatiguing. It's easy to get dehydrated. So we just are going to hang out with him, check on him. I'm making sure he's sweating, making sure he's drinking. He actually ran out of water, so I'm going to give him some of my water and hope that he feels okay to continue. If not, we have radios and we can always call for a truck or a Jeep to come pick him up if he can't continue. I actually hated wearing backpacks when I first started riding, whether it was street or dirt, but I actually invested in a Climb backpack not too long ago, so I'm more used to it. It's comfortable. I have a really large water bladder in there, and I also carry 1 bottle of Gatorade with me each day on the 2-day ride, so I can either drink it or I can give it to somebody else. So luckily I had plenty of water, and I was able to give him some water so that he could continue and finish out his ride for the day. So I definitely recommend investing in a Camelback backpack when you're out on a dirt ride.
Did the sidecar go by already?
yeah,
Yes.
they did.
That guy's crazy.
No, we're
He's
just when
That guy,
we
he's
saw
like
him, oh,
balls
man.
out. Just
yeah.
like,
I got respect for him, but I don't like him. Because I've been dropping it. I've dropped that about 7 times a day in the sand. It just goes down like
it's too heavy.
And that's what
and I don't have the
triggered
right
it
tires.
this morning.
Yeah.
Picking that up.
Yeah, the first main like super steep cliff.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever that was.
It's always fun to share stories along the way, or especially Saturday night at the banquet, about the hard sections, crashing. How many times did you crash? So super fun chatting with people, but we've got to keep going. Our rider is feeling better, and we're all going to get going and continue on the ride. So we are going to show them the map, make sure that they understand where the next bailout is or where the pavement is so that they can get going. And he's confirmed with me and assured me that he's doing much better and that he's okay to keep riding. So we're going to send them on their way and keep sweeping the route to make sure nobody else has any mechanical or medical issues.
Hello.
Hey, you guys doing okay?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Good.
Ready?
Give me a sec, just get a drink.
Still think we have time for hard section? Yeah.
As long as you don't dilly-dally.
Yeah.
Go first.
Oh my gosh, have I mentioned that I hate steep downhills? So I crashed pretty good a few years back, and so I'm still a little gun shy when it's a really steep downhill. But little by little, I've been getting better. I used to sit up at the top of the hill and think about it way too long and psych myself out. So at least I'm not doing that anymore. So this one was very sandy, so I was basically sliding most of the way down, but eventually got down to the bottom.
Come on. Just pull the clutch in and hit. All right, wheelie.
An important thing to remember is there are other people out there on the ride. We are sharing these trails with other bikers and side-by-sides and Jeeps. So make sure you're paying attention, especially if it's really dusty. We're not the only ones out there using these trails. Now we've come upon the Husky Memorial Site, which is, again, just out in the middle of nowhere, where people have set up memorials, crosses, name placards, and even parts of motorcycles, and maybe military paraphernalia for their loved ones. It's a very impressive site. Alright, we are finishing day one of LA Barstow Vegas, and we're sweeping a last section of the trail as we're heading towards Barstow. And as you can see, it's almost dark. We got a beautiful shot of the sun going down, but sometimes there's people out here in the dark struggling or broken down, so we still got to check and make sure there's nobody out there. It would not be fun to be out there all night in the cold. So we're almost to Barstow, where a hotel and a shower awaits. Day two of LA Barstow to Vegas has some definite tough spots, Calico Steps, as well as Red Rock Canyon, and it can beat down even the most seasoned rider. So let's get right to it.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? 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 They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do, that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread, with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
It's always a fun surprise to have some water crossings on any ride out in the desert, since the rain doesn't come to California very often, especially in Southern California. So we had 2 really fun water crossings this year on LA Barstow to Vegas. Sudden my bike decided it wanted to go in a different direction. Had to put my feet down, and Frank kept on going because you don't want to stop when you're crossing water. And I got to sit there as the water soaked into my socks, so that was fun.
Yeah, you did great. Come on. No, don't have a spark plug, Rich.
Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of Red Rock Canyon for this year's ride because our GoPro batteries had died. Of course, you can check out other videos on YouTube. Lots of other people have some great footage. If you're thinking about doing the ride and you've never done it before, make sure you check out the official webpage as well as their Facebook page, because there's tons of information, including a 12-page PDF with everything you need to know to get yourself and your bike ready for a 2-day epic ride. Lots of stuff you need to do ahead of time, so check that out. Thanks so much for watching my video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, set those notifications so that you can hear about other videos that I put out. Hopefully I will see you on a street or dirt ride soon. Until then, take care and stay safe on 2 wheels.